What's up, y'all? We are back.
Hey,
Queens is back. Hey, Queen.
hey, Queen.
So, of course, this is episode 9 called Bars, and they were nonstop bars in this episode.
Yeah,
Okay, we see y'all. We
it was
see y'all.
popping.
It was fire. So, let's start off. Of course, they are at a gravestone, right? And I don't even think we see the headstone. Like, do you remember seeing it? Right. We don't know whose headstone it is. So it's a little weird. It's like, oh, we're saying goodbye. We can't believe she's gone. This and the third.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's happening. We assume Brianna is dead, right? We heard the lifeline and all that good stuff. So fast forward, it takes us 3 months in, and we have Naomi, Eric, little Jojo, and Lil Muffin, aka Lauren, in the same house living together. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I saw that coming.
I didn't see that coming either, but we kind of got hinted off because it seemed like the finances with Eric and Lauren kind of got like not really fully explained at the ending. So obviously we know that they ain't got no money. So you're going to have to shack it up a little bit until you get the finances on board. So I can see why that came to play in that scene. But how do we feel about, them playing house?
Listen, I'm here for it because at this point you might as well, right? Like you've already established that you guys, are going to do this co-parent thing for Jojo, which I get. But y'all too grown to be co-parenting for a teenager who's well aware that y'all haven't been together for years. Yeah. Just found out this is her daddy. The real reason y'all are together is because, like you said, they ain't got no money, right? They broke. You pay like the 7 stacks, the 7 bands, well, way more than 7 bands, right? To Jadakiss, who you owed the money to. Mm-hmm. But I mean, why not? I feel like she wants to give it a try, but she's too scared to say anything. It's like, for me, I'm just like, I'm on this whole tip of just go for it. At this point, fear is the only thing holding you back. You might as well just jump out there. But
why is she downplaying their relationship though? Like, do you feel like there is a romantic chemistry?
I do. I absolutely do feel like there's romantic chemistry with them because it's like, how can you not? Like, you kissed me in the hospital, okay? Mm-hmm. And then you looking at me. You giving me this look. And we all know what that look is, okay? We know what the look is. So, like, don't play with us.
Low key, though. She's faking a little bit. But maybe she's just trying to protect her feelings or don't want to make it confusing because they don't really know where their mindset is or where it's leading to.
I get that, but why not just have a conversation, right? Ask the question and then just go from
there. Or just roll, have fun with the, as the ride progresses.
Listen, just do the damn thing, okay? What do you have to lose at this point? Like, you guys both aren't really dating anybody, and so there's nothing really to lose. But like I said, everybody is living in the house together. And including Little Muffin
who's doing better with herself. I like the cleanup.
I love it.
I'm feeling the cleanup, Lauren. Yeah, and then you got this trashy mermaid girl or whatever her name is, classy
Cash Mermaid. It's such a trashy name anyway. Like, don't nobody care about her, but like the fact that she's coming for Lauren and Lauren is just like, I'm studying for the bar. What do we think about this? Her becoming a public defender, because that's what she said she wants to do. She wants to be a public defender.
I'm rooting for her success in that part. And I love how she's just trying to have a normal life. Like, she's trying to get out of the music, even though she's talented, of some sort. Obviously, she made money at one point. And I just feel like her authentic way of trying to help that girl out. When that whole beef was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, talk about you or try to drag you, but can we link up? That blew me. That scene right there.
So I already knew that's where that was going, but we'll get to her in a second, but I already knew where that was going. But let's talk about like how Valeria was still in, so everybody basically broke after. It was like a kind of like a huddle, right? A football huddle. It was like, all right, ready, break. And then you go into seeing everybody having their own different little lives. Naomi, Eric, Jojo, Little Muffin, they in the house together. They trying to sort it out, right? Then you got Valeria, who was clearly in the booth, okay, with Tomas, all right? and she's laying down this track, and he's asking her, like, or she's asking him rather, is it good? And he's kind of just like, yes, no. You know what I mean? And she's like, so do you talk? And then he talks. And not only does he talk, but he takes her out on a date. Okay. So what are we thinking about this? Do we like him for her? What's happening?
I feel like he's still a mystery. I feel like Valeria be putting herself in positions that end up bad sometimes. It's like she moves too fast. It's very soon, just like they said, you just married this man, and you just met this man, you date this man, and you marry this man. I mean, the recklessness, I feel it's just too reckless right now. But I'm just rooting for her, because sometimes people meet somebody and they do get married and it works out, and I'm hoping for that. But we don't really know his ulterior motives right now.
No, we don't. And I did.
He got money. I don't know if he got money or not.
That's what I was saying. I was like, we know that Valeria has money, but I know some sound engineers who making a quite nice stack. Right. So we're going to hope for the best, and we'll come back to her in a few. But let's go into Jill the Thrill, who is now acting. And apparently, I put in my notes, I was like, a mad bossy, attitude much. Like, sis, what's happening right now? Like, what's going on with you? What are we thinking about this? Like, we didn't even know Jill she wanted to act. Like, right. What's happening?
Right, with the acting skills. I mean, the scene where she was laying down, there was a nurse. Was she acting there? It was an acting scene?
What scene?
Well, she was laying in the bed, like rolling around, couldn't sleep, and then the nurse.
No, that was real. Yeah, that's real. That's a nightmare she's having.
Yeah, so I feel like that whole PTSD, like she's suffering from that. So her doing an acting gig, she's very distracted right now. So I don't really know if she should be acting right now.
This is true.
She got to get it together first off, because she don't want to be, going all crazy on the scene. But she just got to talk to the girls like she did, because apparently she didn't even reach out to the girls.
Well, we could tell that was going on, right? When everybody kept saying, like, hey, have you talked to Jill? Have you talked to Jill? Da, da, da. And everybody's like, no, she doesn't answer the phone. We can't reach her. So, and of course we see later on that she does finally reach out, but that's after some extreme shit. So let's just keep going down the line right now. So we have Naomi, who runs into Zadie, aka Remy Ma. Shout out to New York. You feel me? House, okay. And she runs into Zadie, and she goes, "Damn, you working at the grocery store?" She hit him with the Kevin Hart, like Kevin Hart did the Don. She goes, "Damn, like, oh shit." But of course she's talking to Zadie, and Zadie's like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this shopping cart, because that shit ain't, the beef jerky ain't gonna restock itself. Damn, sis.
Honest living, she called it. Honest living. You know what I'm saying? Honest paycheck, just trying to live an honest life. I was like, okay, shout out to that. That's relatable. But again, all that talent, we find out deep into the waters why she's in, shopping at the grocery.
Right. And I think that's actually really good that they touched on that. And we go into that a little deeper, because that's something that I think we'll spend some time on. But we're talking about, Valeria, right? And after this scene with Naomi and Zadie, we see Valeria at a date. She's at a very nice restaurant, and he's like, I'm sorry to do this to you, Tomas, but we're closing. And then they go to a bar, and then he's like, I'm sorry to do this to you, Tomas, but we're closing. And he's like, I know a place. And they end up at a diner, okay? And then end up married. First of all, let me say, shout out to these type of dates. I've had one. It's amazing, where even after the place closes, you're either in the car talking for hours and until the sun rises. It's beautiful.
It's
love
cute.
It. Yeah. So, but getting married, sis, first of all, let me say something.
I'm with you, boo. It's too, no.
You know what? I'm not even going to hate, though, because Valeria, at this point, we're going to assume that the girls are late into their early 40s, right? Early 40s. Why not? Okay, now the only thing I'm going to say is, sis, prenup. Okay?
Yes.
Like prenup. Okay,
that was in my mind too. For real. That's just too risky. You can't put she's putting all her cards up front. That's too much. Too chancy.
Yeah, I think that it is. I like it because it's risky, but it shows like what happens when you really, enjoy someone, when you really like someone, when you really think like, damn, this could be my one, you know. And I don't knock it, because I know we've all probably felt like that, been there, done that. But I do think that it's a very nice take for Valeria. I'm actually like how they're painting her. I like her more, because I don't necessarily feel sorry for her, but I feel like she is somebody who's looking to be complete, right? And we've all been in that space before, so she's very relatable, and I think they're doing a good job with that, you know.
Oh, for sure. Like, Valeria's cool. She's doing good.
We room for you, girl. We room for you. So of course now Cash Mermaid has come with all her mess. Okay,
where'd she come from? Where did they find
her? Though? So first of all, let's talk about these shady ass friends. Let's put back into the side for a second, okay? These shady ass friends, the bakery, bro. I would have
tacky, tick tack tacky, tick tack tacky.
Unbelievable.
You could tell that they're like 21, 20, or 19. Let's say they all 19, fresh out of high school. Okay, trying to start clout chasing. While Lauren might be a little seasoned, maybe like 22, 23, been there, done that, like ain't about the industry no more, because the industry comes with a lot of cons, little pros and cons. So that little Cash Mermaid girl is trying to figure that all out with her little fake friends. But it reminds us of Lil Muffin when she started, because she had her little Fugazi friends too.
No, those are the same people.
Oh, they were the same friends?
You, the bakery were the same three that was behind Lil. That's what I said. Shady Boots, like.
So they kicked Lil Muffin and then this took on. Oh my God!
They took on Cash Mermaid.
Oh no!
They deserve to be sacked in the face and the nuts multiple times for that. That's ridiculous. So not with it. But of course, Jojo sees it. She's like, sis, is he finna retaliate? What we doing? And again, Lauren's with the, I'm gonna be a public defender, and I'm like,
oh, what would you have done? Would you have retaliated?
Not immediately.
Trying to be a new you.
Yeah, not immediately. I probably would have done the same thing.
I know she carried it so maturely, because, you know, after watching like Love and Hip Hop and all these shows of like girls getting catty with each other and trying to see what's up at a restaurant, they usually start throwing the glasses. But for her to pick up some books, I was like, all right, respect. I respect that. I respect that. And it took for her to say something. I forgot what line it was, for her to be like, oh, nah, where's these headphones?
I don't remember what it was, but I probably should have noted that. But it's all good. But either way, she was trashy for that, and we do not forgive it at all whatsoever.
And kudos for her to getting a deal though, or deal offers.
Oh well, yeah, you know, well that's something that I thought. I didn't even think that was coming, to be honest, you know. But we'll talk about that. So of course, you know, now we have Valeria bringing said husband Tomas home, and Naomi is like, this is foolish, this is absurd. Eric is giving this man no sort of grill, because I thought that he was going to grill him. I'm like, you gonna sit there, you're gonna ask him questions, try to figure out who he is, what he's here for. He ain't said nothing. And Tomas is like, I'm here for the real deal, like this is me. And Muffin is like, well, I'm happy for you, I'm proud of you, like, you know. So it's so many different opinions happening, and at the end they decide to celebrate. What did you think about that scene? Like, what was did you feel anything with it? Like, were you hoping for something different?
I feel like when, you know, I mean, when you introducing a new person, it's kind of like you don't want to step out of that comfort zone to start putting the new person in the corner, because we don't really know his true intentions. We don't know what he's going to be like. He might be the man of her dreams. I mean, a real friend is going to root for that, but of course we got caution, right? So Eric did right. Usually with guys, they just observe. They're not going to be like, yo, so, you know, this, third, you know, they ain't doing all that. They're just going to be like, okay, so, you know, you're in it for the long haul. Congratulations. But I got my eyes on you.
right. Exactly. But, you know, I will agree with you. I do feel like Eric is kind of like keeping his eyes out, but he's also like, all right, we'll see, you know.
We'll see.
Definitely like, okay, Valeria, like, you know, Naomi brings
He
up some
alright
good
looking
points.
too. He alright
Listen,
looking. You know, I thought she'd be with somebody a little flyer,
he
but
is fine. He's gorgeous. But listen, the way that they are bigging up these amazing, beautiful chocolate men in this
all
show,
right.
I'm
Okay.
here for it. Like, I'm
All
here
right.
for it. But yeah, I think Naomi brought up some good points though. She says, you know, like, this is not something that you just throw caution to the wind with. You know,
Right.
this person, you don't even know him. She was like, well, I'm gonna do it back. I'm doing it backwards, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna get to know him. You know, what about your family? This and the third, and then not even, you know, to say anything bad, but Naomi's asking real questions that matter that obviously come up later on in the episode. So,
Yeah.
you know, do you think Naomi was too tough for her, or do you think it was just the right amount of?
No, just keeping it real, because you know we all know how Valeria is. It's like, just like she said, I want to end things, or just I want to leave people because I don't want to be the one left.
Mm-hmm.
She's too scared. She's not facing her fears. That's what brings her to her demise in certain situations. So Naomi just keeping it real, trying to look out so that way she can be successful in this quick marriage that she just brought upon herself. So, right. I mean, I would have said the same thing too. I'm like, honey, you just got married after meeting this man. Like, literally, I don't even know if it was 48 hours. Okay. All right. I mean, did you get to see what was good down there? I mean, did you get to see what you was signing up for?
It was 24 hours. I think it was maybe I'll give them 12 hours.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give them 12 hours, because if you went to dinner, let's just say that's like 7-ish, because they left the studio, it's still kind of early, right? So yeah. They were there all night. So we're going to give them 5. So 5, the restaurant closes at 10 to the bar. Bar closes at what? 12, 1. So that's, you know, and then at the diner.
I would never. I mean, have you ever heard of stories like that? Like the first day you meet somebody, you didn't get married.
Not the first date,
no. First
but
date.
I've heard of like 3 months. But
yeah,
the first date,
first date.
That's a bit different. Listen, I'm gonna go and draw up a prenup.
Me too. I would have drawn it up.
In case I meet my man and he is somebody I feel like marrying in a damn, but hold on, I prepared just for this. I got a prenup right here for you to sign. And
guys usually don't. I mean, who proposed to who? I don't even think we got those details, because
I kind of think that I believe he did, not in an official proposal kind of way, obviously, but I do think that he did say something that was just like, I don't want it to end. Something along those lines. We'll see. Anyway, on to the heat. Okay, Naomi invites Zadie out to a studio session, and she shows up. Murders it. Okay.
Fire.
Murders the tracks.
Yes.
And Naomi lays down the vocal as of course we know she would, right? What were you expecting that? Because we don't see when Naomi invites Zadie out to the studio, right? We just see Naomi at the studio and then Zadie walks in. So what were you expecting in that moment for that scene?
I mean, with Rem or Zadie, I was like, she better get on the mic. Like, people who are naturally music born, they go back to their habitat. In some sort of, even if it's just for a hobby, if it's for a career, you know, if you got that talent, you're gonna go back. So I had a feeling that was gonna happen. And then the way that Naomi was pressing it too, like raving her top notch #1 record, you know, recording artist. Yeah. If you that hot and someone's hyping you like that, then of course you're gonna be tempted to get back in the studio.
I agree.
The hot clip. So I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that they got a Remy Ma into Queens, to be honest. You know, we needed that.
I definitely think that it's something that we knew was coming. We didn't know how it was going to play out. So now seeing it play out, I think it meshes really well. Like the storyline actually is very cohesive and it doesn't seem forced. Like, you know, that's what I think for the most part.
Sure.
Yeah. So of course, like we said, Naomi asked Valeria all these questions, and now here we are, Valeria and her husband Tomas are on the couch, and he's asking about family, talking about his family, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my mom. Of course she's talkative. I mean, I don't know, she's my mom." And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, this what we doing, Valeria? Like, have we learned nothing about secrets in the last couple of months, I guess, so to speak? Like,
would you be ashamed though? Would you be ashamed if you had a mother like that?
Well, she don't even know. All she knows is that her mom abandoned her, right? She has really no rhyme or reason as far as like why she did what she did. And I think that Valeria is still trying to find herself, trying to find closure to those parts in her life. So that's a little bit difficult. But I feel like when you feel so intensely and intense with somebody like Thomas, because you married this man, so.
Right.
I would assume that you feel enough to be vulnerable and open. So I'm a little bit, I was a little bit not shocked at how the scene played out, but just a little bit hoping that it would have come out in the first attempt versus the second attempt.
Easily, right? Because when you marry somebody, again, it should be easy. You marry your best friend, it should be easy to tell them everything, spill the beans, spill the tea, everything's what's mine is yours is mine.
Right.
So you're gonna find out. If you ain't gonna find out today, you're gonna find out eventually.
We shall see. We shall see. So of course, he's throwing out meeting the parents, right, in New York City. First of all, don't nobody want to go to New York City for no damn honeymoon, okay? And so let's scratch that. But I get his point. Like meet your family, meet his family, then fly out somewhere. And I don't know how that was going to pan out, but we saw how it panned out, so to speak. But hopefully they get a real honeymoon. And I'm also happy to see that it's not an overly sexual relationship either. If you notice, she only talked about like, I just really like kissing. And I they weren't like super like
ready to smash.
Yes. I really like that. I thought that was good because, sometimes there is this inkling that when you are so intense and infatuated with somebody that you want to, jump into a relationship, or in this case, jump into a marriage. I like that it didn't seem overly sexual. I thought that was really good.
You know what? I didn't even keep point that out, but that is true. Usually,
exactly, trying to rip your clothes off and all sorts of other stuff, and that's
right because they both fine. So
listen,
but this wouldn't be just on my mind if I was.
Okay, because now I can do it for real. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, when I get married, bro, I'm like,
Latin spice. I mean,
I'm
Valeria
doing it legit now. God, okay, I'm doing it legit. But let's go to the I don't know, like the bomb in this episode is Jill calling the dope dealer.
Yo.
Come on, talk to me.
That's how she going through it. Like, I mean, you going through like all this guilt. It's a guilt trip. So I'm not blaming her for like thinking about the worst, because that's the most lowest point. Like, your friend died, and then it was because of your ex-husband, because of all the deceit, all the lies that built up to everything. So again, she's going through all this PTSD, gunshots, like waking up, nightmares. She just wants an escape. Mm-hmm. So it's like she pulled the last card in the book. Like, let me do these drugs because I just need to get a high. I need to get a feel for some type of like I just got to get out of this mindset. So, but it is sad. It's a very unfortunate situation.
Yeah, it was super sad to see. Not unrealistic though. But I definitely was just like, damn, like this is, what I do like in the scene is that he says, I do like making money, but I won't say that I'm happy to see you here. And I think that that's so cool because I like that he's bringing it to her attention. He's like, are you sure you want to do this? Mm-hmm. Right? Like twice at that point he had asked. And I thought that was so cool because sometimes they show drug dealers as people who are ruthless and like who don't care. And I will say that I think that's not always the case. So it's different to see a guy who is a dope dealer in a different view, So I thought that was pretty interesting.
He's probably happy that she turned her life around, because it's kind of hard to get out of that situation. It's not easy, relapse. They go back in therapy and stuff like that for doing drugs. So it's like, dang, you done cleaned yourself up and then now I got to serve you again.
She cleans herself up. She gets on the road and then gets pulled over by the cops right after she threw the dope out of the window. First of all, this. Too many things are wrong with this scene. First of all, she threw it out the driver's side. So you're trying to tell me that it flew onto the other side where the police magically found it? Like, give me a break. They reached with that. They could have, for real. I didn't like that scene. I think that it would have been perfectly fine had she just gotten cited for the expiration, because that's a jolt of reality to say, like, damn, okay, I really need to call my girls. But to have her go to jail, I was just like,
that wasn't necessary. Like, that piece didn't have to happen.
Not a fan. So with all of this, she calls them to say that she's gotten locked up. They come and they let her out from jail and take her back. And then Muffin gets called, with old girl, right? Cash Mermaid. And she's like, oh, can you help me? I already knew that was a setup, but okay, whatever. Muffin goes, and this girl is basically like trash talking her, calling her out, and then I think she says something.
She called her. I think
she called her what?
Did she call her a bitch? I think she called her a bitch.
I don't know. I don't even know, but I know she called her washed up. Said and then of course her little bakery crew. I'm just gonna call them burnt bread right now because they trash. Gonna talk about something you just she's really dried up or whatever the case is. So she's just
tired. I'm retired.
Yeah, she said you're really tired. Yeah. So so Muffin decides, like, all right, that's it. It's a wrap. Like, this girl, she think it's a game. We about to set it off, and she retaliates, drops a hot record rather, which now, like you said, gets her the multiple deals with the label. And they're like, oh, the real her, they want the conscious little Muffin. And that's when Naomi says, but for how long? This is after Zadie shared the real story about why she got canceled, or because she was blackballed by the guy because he basically assaulted her and she, assaulted him back. He sexually assaulted her. Right. And she was defending herself, and that's what got her blackballed. So they come up with this idea to come up with Nasty Girl Records. How are we feeling about that?
So happy.
I didn't see that coming. I
did not see that coming, but it made a lot of sense. And the passion that Naomi had about like the woman in empowerment and movement, like that right there just took the icing on the cake. And I'm glad it all worked out that way.
Yeah, I was very, very happy with this scene. Did not see that coming. I saw the wheels turning and I was like, okay, I think I know where this is going. And so to see that happening, I'm like, yo, this is going to be dope. I'm actually very excited to see how they make this happen in the next few episodes until the season ends. Because I'm really interested in how it's going to work, because they're all releasing their own singles. So we have Lil Muffin, we have Zadie, we have Naomi, we have Valeria. Now I guess that means Jill is gonna drop something new as well. So now if you got 5 badass women on a record label that just came out of nowhere, they're about to set shit on fire, and I'm ready for it.
Eric right there managing that too, and he's legit too. I like him.
I like me some Eric. Definitely glad that he paid Jadakiss the money back and that he didn't have to, because since there's no tour, I guess Jadakiss couldn't take anything from anything, right? So that. And then of course Valeria, we see Valeria tell Tomas the truth, and he holds her hand. So I mean, I like him so far. He's showing up.
Yeah,
he's showing up. I like it.
The benefit of a doubt. We're hoping everything goes well. He's cute.
Fingers crossed that he is an amazing, loving, caring black man. Okay, that's what we know. And then our second bomb drop for the night. Well, actually, our third, right? Our third bomb drop is
the final bomb drop.
Brianna. Like, I'm sorry. Is this a hallucination?
It gotta be.
Are you?
Because I think they said we forgot to call one more person, and then they called Brianna, and she over there with the kids, like in Honolulu, Waikiki, or whatever. Is it a dream? It might, we don't know what's gonna happen. It could be just an envisionment of what would they have done in that situation if she were still alive.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Or she might be alive, like Tupac.
I'm thoroughly confused, child. Like that scene threw me for a loop because I was content with them just okay, she didn't make it,
Yeah.
we got it, things are happening. But she's alive. I'm thoroughly confused. Guys, you gotta tell us what you think. Is she
What do you
alive?
think? Is she alive or
is
she
she
like,
dead?
yeah.
How y'all feel about Zadie joining the crew, even though not in that fashion. And I'm also happy about that. I'm happy that they did not have them join back in the group, but they actually decided to come up with something completely different. Really like the writing on that because that made a lot of sense. So definitely dope. How are we feeling about this nasty girl records? Y'all gotta let us know how y'all think about it. Remy Ma is on the cast now. I'm loving it. I'm glad she's here. Just give us y'all thoughts and leave us your comments. But you can find us here every Tuesday. Okay. And don't forget to tune in and watch at 10 p.m. on ABC.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Peace. Bye.